Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And for those who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kiara Hernandez, and on my channel we discuss anything mental health related or anything that I find is important to discuss. And if you haven't done so already, please check out my other videos, and if any of them resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe. This is a safe space, so I will not tolerate any disrespect. We're all about positivity and light over here. So with that being said, let's dive in. So today I wanted to discuss the importance of setting boundaries. So for me, setting boundaries has always been something difficult to do. If you're an empath like me, you'll recognize that it's really hard to sometimes say no or to set these boundaries, because oftentimes you feel guilty for doing so. So for those who don't, give me 1 second. Okay. For those who don't understand what being or what it means to be an empath. So an empath is someone who is able to really connect with other individuals because they're able to understand their mental and emotional state. We're able to really empathize with people. That's what it is. It's being empathetic and being able to really connect with individuals, because many times it's because of our own experiences, so we're able to really understand people at a deeper level than just a surface. So a lot of times we find it difficult to set these boundaries because we are so used to giving. A lot of times I find myself in situations where I'm giving, and I get the short end of the stick. And it's a shitty feeling, honestly, to be there for a lot of people and people not giving that energy in return. And that's the thing. A lot of times I find myself giving a lot to people who are toxic, people who are narcissistic, and it's really, especially when it comes to narcissism, right? It's really important to set boundaries. So important to set boundaries, because these people will take. They will leave you with nothing, because that's what narcissistic people do. They take. So I've had to learn to set these boundaries and restrain myself from allowing people to take from me. And we're not just talking about materialistic things, okay? We're talking about just energy, okay? Just energy. People love to feed off of positive energy, okay? And I would always find myself in situations where I'm like, why do I attract these people? Why the fuck do I attract these people? And at some point I was questioning myself, where I was like, is it me? Like, am I this way? Is that why I'm attracting these people? But many times it's not. It's not because of that. It's because people love to feed off of positive people, right? If you are someone who's not that happy with your life and you're just, I'm not gonna say miserable, but if you're just not happy with your life, right? And you're missing something, whatever it may be, and you see someone who seems to have it all, always carrying positive energy, always willing to give you the time of day for you to vent and whatever, you're going to take it, okay? You're going to take it. And a lot of times these people don't know when to stop taking, and they'll do so, and you'll recognize. So as me, I'm the other person. I'm the one giving. So when I give my energy to people like this, I literally feel it physically. So although energy, you know, I've gotten into spirituality as well, but energy is, I see it as what you put out to the world is your energy. Now, when someone who's not at that state, right? Who's not at that positive, and trust me, I've been a narcissist before. So I'm not saying that, I'm not talking down to anyone who is. But when you're in that state, when you're in a low vibrational state like that, it's very difficult to come out of it. Which is why oftentimes a lot of people who are in this state, in this low vibrational state, feed off of people who are in a high vibrational state, right? And that's what I noticed throughout my life, is that I'm like, wow, now people are feeding off of my energy, right? And you feel it physically. Like I'm like, this is so draining. And that's because people are taking. And you need to be able to put boundaries up, because if not, they will continue to take. And your energy is very sacred. Your energy should only be used when necessary. So only put out energy. You should reserve your energy, okay? It's so important to reserve your energy, because trust me when I say people will do whatever it takes to make sure that they suck you dry. That sounds kind of weird, but it's true. So it's important to set these boundaries, because you don't want people to take that from you, you know, especially when you've worked so hard to be where you're at now. And trust me, for me, it's hard. Because I'm like, immediately I think, if I set these boundaries, does that make me a bad person? And it doesn't make you a bad person to set boundaries. You know, as much as we may love these people, and as much as we may want to help people, because God knows I try to fix everyone that comes my way. I'm like, I can fix it, I can fix it, I can fix you. But no, you know, sometimes you need to realize that you can't fix it all, and that it's okay to tend to yourself. And saying no and setting these boundaries is important for your own sanity. And like I said, for me, it's still a struggle. Like lately I've been actually working on it a lot, where I'm like, no, I need to be able to set these boundaries for myself, because if I continue to let people to just take and have so much control over me, I know it's not going to help me in the long run. And if you start, once you start practicing setting boundaries, you'll realize that change within yourself, because you'll now be able to have that energy and preserve that energy. And you'll notice that you're not allowing access to people. You're not allowing people to have access to you in that way. And that in itself takes a lot of weight off your shoulders. Because as much as we want to fulfill other people's needs, you need to also make sure your needs are met. And there has to be an equal give and take. There has to be an exchange. Because if you're only giving, and that person's not giving you anything in return, and only making you feel shitty, and only making you feel bad, and there's a problem there. Because anyone you allow into your life, you need to make sure they have a purpose in your life, and that they're beneficial, you know, and that they're bringing something into your life. Because if they're just taking, you don't need that. You do not need people who just take. You need people who are able to also give to you, because you are just as important as those people you're trying to help. So with that being said, please, please, please set those boundaries. And the love that you give to others, you deserve to. Okay? So sending all my love, sending nothing but love and light. Mwah. Love you, warriors.